Hello everyone, I am Dave Rucci and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be changing out these strings on my 5-string Fender HM bass. I have had this bass since the 90s, and you guys, anyone who's seen any of my videos probably knows that this is my main bass. I love the tone of this thing, and it has been a really long time since I've changed the strings. I can't even remember when was the last time. I know I've used this on probably most of my YouTube videos with the same strings that are on right now. I did a couple of JD504 bass challenges, and I think these are the same strings. And yeah, so these are really old, so it's time to change them. They're very dull and lifeless. Yep, so it is time to change these suckers out. So I will go over taking the strings off, cleaning up the bass a bit, because this thing, like I said, the strings haven't been changed in so long. It's really dirty. The frets, I got all kinds of crud on here. So I'm gonna go over that, cleaning this thing up, putting the new strings on, and then trying to make sure it's all set up and everything and ready to play. So, okay, let's get into it. Okay, here we are. Everything's all set up. So this is your bass. You're gonna need your new bass strings. Have my 5-pack of Ernie Ball regular slinky gauges 130, 100, 80, 65, 45. Got your guitar string winder thing here, although I have not used this on the bass. So this is really for regular guitar, so it doesn't really fit on my bass keys. So, but if you can find one maybe that's got an extra slot in it or something, would make things a little faster. But anyway, and then you're going to want a string trimmer here. Cut your excess strings, and then for adjusting the truss rod later, Allen wrench, hex wrench, and then for cleaning the cleaning your neck and body, very slightly dampened rag, just a tiny touch of water. You don't want to warp the wood or anything. So, all right, let's get started. So we are going to tune everything down. Often it's good practice to not take all your strings off at once, because it can drastically affect the truss rod tension, because these bass strings, being they're all steel, they provide a lot of counter pressure on the neck, so the neck is probably now warping back. It's probably slightly bent back because of all the pressure of these strings that they would put on when they're at full tension. So some people actually change their bass strings out one at a time, but while leaving all the strings on. So changing them out one at a time, that's another way you could do it. I'm just going to take them all off because I really need to clean this thing. It's been forever. So, alright, so I am going to just cut these. So, just remove everything like so. Alright, now step 2 is cleaning the instrument. This actually came with my camera. This is a little like an air blowing brush, and this thing is awesome for cleaning out little dust particulates that get like in and around like your pickups and stuff like that. That is pretty much as deep clean as I'm going to get this. So, alright, so the next stage is getting your strings ready to go. So I'll just do these in order of size. So this is your low B string. This thing is huge, probably almost 1/4 of an inch thick. I know some basses have the holes where you could actually run the string through the body. This one I do not have that, so you have to run it through the bridge. So most bridges are going to have a little kind of a double set of holes for each string. One is like where you can stick the string into the hole so you don't have to feed it all the way through, and then you slide it over. There's like a notch there, and that's what it looks like here. So you would slide your string into this hole here, and then slip it to the right, and then that should lock in place, because the hole on the right The notch on the right should be smaller than the big hole here. So to do that, I'm going to need to pull this out of the way, slip that string in there. So the big B string, you'd slip that through and then slide it to the left. And then the E string, you'd stick it through the same hole, slide it to the right. So try to show you guys here. See, that's coming through. Slide that through that way. And then you want to, should just pop over. Okay, see, it's over. Pull it, and then you're good. You got to get it out of the way of the saddle here, which is kind of a challenge, but there we go. Okay, so it's locked in place. So once you've gotten that string in, you can slide the string all the way through the backside if you want, but that'll save you like 3-4 feet of winding, sticking something through. So that's what those are supposed to be for, so you can feed it through that way, but you got to get the saddles out of the way first. So anyway, so come up this way, your string, and okay, so on this, you want to cut the string. This is obviously going on the first post here. You want to cut the string about between 1 and 2 posts up. The string right roughly around where you wanted to cut it. Okay, so try that. Bend the string, 90-degree angle there. And then you want to cut it just past that. And the reasoning for that, there's an inside core, solid string, that could essentially slip from the outside core. So the theory was if you cut it slightly past the break, it should kind of lock those 2 strings in so there won't be no slippage. I forgot this is the big string. So then you stick this in here. There's a hole and then there's a slot, so you want to stick that down. Stick that down. Okay, and then you just want to bend it one way or the other, this way. So, okay, so when you start winding your string, all right, so you want to go counterclockwise. As you do that, kind of give it a little pressure there, bend it in there. Okay, as you're winding it, you want essentially you want the string to wind underneath where it initially came out from that post. And the reason for that is it's got a better angle, so it's going to help with your buzzing, and it'll also kind of essentially lock that string in place a little better and keep it from slipping and going out of tune more often. Okay, so this seems to be working here. Let's try my little winder here. I think the winder is kind of working, kind of not. Let's see. It is kind of working. How about that? So you can use this. This is a big, big string, buddy. It's going underneath. Just make sure that's going underneath the base here. Okay. Anyway, I think I went too far on that one, but shouldn't really matter as far as stretching the string out. All right, next one is the E string. Your A string. Next, D string, 65 gauge. This one has a double port. Stick that through, slide it to the right, and in. Okay. Alright, this one is going to need to go through, in this case with a 5 string, I have a tree that takes care of 3 strings in a row, so this one you're going to need to feed through the tree like so before you try to lift that up so it doesn't scratch your stuff here. It's not working. Help me get better. Okay, alright. And you can do your string trimming. We're getting pretty close to not needing to trim these, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Keep these all consistent. Okay, so let's see, going there. So we want to bend it around here. About another 1.5 inches, 2 inches past the second post, or the first post. Going here, this is the one I'm saying 1.5 inches past, 2 inches past. bend that. Okay. Cut it here. Bam. It's getting significantly easier to cut as we go. Okay, cool. So we are strung up. Okay, now that we have everything strung and relatively in tune, we want to stretch the strings out. So I take my right hand and kind of do one of these jobs here. Kind of work your way up the string. And you want to check and see how out of tune your strings are, and then kind of adjust accordingly. Keep doing this until you don't really notice. Killing my hands. Keep doing this until you don't really notice it going out of tune much. Do it again. Also, a little trick down here where the string runs over the saddle, you want to just push it down a little bit and that'll kind of lock that in place. And that actually essentially helped me lower the action a little bit too, because I noticed the action looked really high. Yeah, I could still tell this is really high. So the truss rod needs to be, so that means my neck is bowed up. Yeah, it's got a bow on it. And with that, you guys should be good to go. Thanks for watching, and yeah, we have a